We had some good finishes on NFL Sunday in week 2.
Yeah, not to mention in that Chiefs-Chargers game, they made Buckner kick that kick three
Twice,
times.
three
There was,
times.
yeah, well, one was technically only 53 yards, a chip shot, really.
Hey, Brett, just a live update for you and the listeners right now as we're recording this. The Sunday Night Football is going on right now. Seattle did just score a touchdown to go up 28-17. That makes my over-under of 45 at least a push, and that at least at this point right now is covering your -4, but there is still plenty of game to be played.
Yeah, there's game left. I'm not going to celebrate like I won or anything, but obviously being up 11 is better than being up 4.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let's get into our football segment right now. And before we talk about the Monday night game between the Saints and the Raiders, let's talk about the college football news that we had come out, Brett. Specifically, the Big Ten schedule came out, and we've mentioned a few times how Nebraska was a thorn in the side of the Big Ten. They wanted to potentially leave and make their own schedule for this season still. Big Ten wouldn't allow that to happen. Some players and parents threatened a lawsuit against the Big Ten. Big Ten did end up coming back. I gave credit a lot to Nebraska for making that happen. Well, the Big Ten scheduling committee kind of made Nebraska pay for being a thorn in their side because these first 4 weeks are brutally unfair compared to some of these other team schedules. However, if I was Scott Frost and Adrian Martinez, you got to look at this as an opportunity.
Yeah, at Ohio State versus Wisconsin, at Northwestern versus Penn State. I guess the good news is Wisconsin and Penn State travel to you, and Northwestern. It would be a tough game with fans in the stands anyway at noon in Chicago or 11 a.m. in Chicago, noon on the East Coast. So that one's always kind of a tough kickoff for the visiting teams. Not much of a hype train. It's a little different than going to play Iowa or Wisconsin or Penn
Hmm.
State or Ohio State. It's a little bit sleepier in at Northwestern.
But speaking of scheduling, that's not the only scheduling news that we had come out this weekend. I mean, North Carolina's game ended up getting canceled, and they have an opening in their schedule that they can't seem to fill.
Yeah, so Charlotte didn't have enough O linemen this past weekend to play
So you need
due to
at least
COVID.
7, right?
Yeah, and it was due to COVID reasons. So UNC was trying to fill their out of conference slot. We're hoping maybe there's another team with a bye week this upcoming weekend, and they weren't able to fill it. So UNC will be without a game for 2 weeks before their next game, and they'll have one less game on their schedule than all the other ACC teams, Higgins. So just another fun wrinkle in the 2020 college football season.
So we have the SEC beginning their season this upcoming week. The Big Ten season starts around October 26th. There's been some rumors of the Pac 12 maybe trying to get started around Halloween. What is a bowl season or college football playoffs going to look like at this point? Because the ACC started on time. Is Trevor Lawrence and crew going to have to sit for 6 to 9 weeks as a full schedule comes out for those other competitive teams? I mean, it's going to be very odd no matter how it happens. And I guess they're happy to at least be playing in some capacity. It's There's just a lot of questions still.
Um, yeah, I mean, I think the way that the Big Ten scheduled their conference is that they'll have to play straight through the bowl season, so they won't get like that 3 week off period to
Winter
recoup.
finals and
Right. So
yeah.
I think they'll just play through that like 3 week window there. But generally speaking, it shouldn't be too different for the SEC or even the ACC. Um, hopefully it's not. Hopefully it feels like a real college football playoff because those games are a lot of fun. Oklahoma always gets killed, but outside of that, it's a lot of fun, the college football playoff.
And it'll be very interesting to see because you mentioned a very key part of that, the 3 to 4 weeks break that are winter finals, recoup time for injured players to get back for the bowl games.